We are live. I hope you can hear me. Yes, I hope you can hear me. Okay. Just want to make sure everything. Okay. I'm like trying to figure out this whole thing with my audio real quick, but it should be. Okay. High res. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. I hope you can see me well. I got a little better camera. So we will start, and I have some props over here. Today is my birthday, and what a blessing to still be teaching yoga after 5 years. It is, I would say, my biggest teachers are my students. So I have Zoom going on too. That's I'm like, and I want to give you again, this is a very gentle yoga class, and we will, you know what, let me do this because it looks a little lopsided. There you go. Maybe that looks a little better. There we go. Okay. So a very gentle yoga class with some face yoga as well. It still looks, it still looks a little, I'm going to go down and then go up right here. Kind of. Almost kind of. Okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, that looks better. That looks better. A very gentle yoga class with a face yoga added on. And actually, we will do the face yoga first and at the very end. So it'll be face yoga with some inclusion of body yoga, traditional yoga, and also face yoga at the very end. And what is the reason of adding some facial postures is as we're going, even though it's a very gentle sequence and we are going to do some movement, this one is a little different. It's not all going to be on the floor. We are going to come up, is because I want to train this muscle not to move, because often we'll lift the eyebrows, we'll create more lines here. So we don't want to stress this muscle, which is called the frontalis. So we'll start off here seated. We'll relax our shoulders. We'll take a deep breath in through our nose. Deep breath out. Take another big inhale. Exhale. Set an intention for your practice this morning. And I want you to let go of any expectations that you have for your practice. I just taught a forgiveness workshop yesterday, and just like in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 17, if I'm not mistaken, we should be detached to the fruits of our work. So even of our yoga practice, Arjuna, Krishna told Arjuna not to be attached or to be detached from the outcomes of him fighting his own cousins on the battlefield. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly open the eyes. I want you to bring your thumbs at the top of your head, your four fingers right over your forehead, right above your eyebrows. I want you to relax your shoulders and I want you to lift. So slide the fingers. You're not going to really move the skin. It's just you're going to slide the fingers over the skin. You might even lift the chin. And then you'll bring your hands down. You'll do this 2 more times. Don't. And then relax your shoulders. With your next inhale, see if you can do this with your breath. And then just slide those hands down. Do it one more time. Think of what makes you the happiest. Bring a little yogi smile to your lips. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Notice how your forehead feels. Even that sensation of touching the side of your head. Beautiful. Open the eyes. I want us to place our right hand over our forehead. I want us to look up, look to the right, look down, left, and then up. Then go the opposite way and see if you can go in like a full circle. So I made you look on all 4 sides. But notice how you're really getting into those juicy areas. Working the eye muscles and not moving the head, or trying not to move the head. Relax your shoulders. And then as you come up, close your eyes, switch hands. Switch to your left. And we'll do the opposite way. So I know we just came this way, so we'll come back up, open the eyes, look up, then go to the left, and then come all the way around. Take your time, take your time, take your time. And then right, and then come all the way up, looking up. Don't move the eyebrows or the forehead, and the hand is there to let it know. So now go right, and then go all the way across in a full circle. Look up, close the eyes. Switch hands one last time. This is our last set. Open the eyes, look up, go to the right, full circle. Take your time as like you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Really, really try to look at that 11 and then 12, and then go opposite. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Stay there at 8 for a second. 7, look, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down, close the eyes, and notice more space. And you can even kind of roll the eyeballs here, even with your eyelids closed. Take a deep breath in. Release. Give your forehead a little tap, your temples, your cheekbone. We won't touch the eye bags, very sensitive area. So we'll just here lightly tap the jawbone, the cheeks, the jawbone, the cheekbone, or the cheekbones, the cheeks, the lip, and the jaw. And then open the eyes. Do the neck, but you could open the eyes. Oh, we got some guests here. And then the chest. Good. Relax the shoulders. Notice how that feels. We're awakening this part. It's like, whoa, A lot is going on. From here, super simple things you could do. So from here, we're actually going to stand up. And when we do stand up, boom. When we do stand up, you probably won't see my head, not so much, but when you do stand up, I want you to have that same focus of having that forehead relaxed, right? So I want you to bring your hands over your head. Doesn't matter where I'm standing. You stand at the front of your mat. Bring your hands over your head. Now draw your lower ribs in so you're not like this. Let that normal arch in your pelvis be, and then kind of shift into your metatarsals and the balls of your feet. And then evenly distribute that weight from the metatarsals, heels, and then even the arch of the foot. Spread those toes. Reach through those fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. And then I want you to hinge at the waist and come down. So hands could sweep by the side, or they can even come in front of you. Now again, remember that frontalis, you want it to stay relaxed. So here as you come into your Uttanasana, into your forward fold, notice if you're going to back, keep those hips over the ankles. And then I just want you to hinge more forward, letting the trunk of the body come down naturally. We're stretching the back of the legs here. And even if we have a slight bend in the knee, that's perfectly fine. But relax that forehead. Don't lift the eyebrows. It's frozen. Think of it that way. Reach those fingertips forward. And then again, just let the trunk of the body relax here. And then slowly come up into a half fold. So either hands stay on the floor, flat back. And as you look up, notice what your forehead is doing. So we're looking up with our eyes only, and this stays frozen still. Hands could be here on the floor, hands could be on the shin, or hands can be over the knees. Still keep that flat back. Come back all the way down. Keep that forehead frozen there. Come back into that forward fold. Notice if you're breathing or not. Don't hold your breath. And then slowly roll up. Come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Reach those hands over your head, reaching towards the sky. And then bring your hands down. Good. Now, what I want us to do is, I want you to step back. So you're at the front of your mat. You're going to step back. I'm sorry, little girl. You're going to step back with your left leg. We'll do left first. And we're going to come into like a Virabhadrasana, but I actually want you to come into like a warrior two stance, because we're going to come into actually Trikonasana, Uttiti Trikonasana. So what I want you to do is, I want you to bring your hands out, shoulders in line with your wrist. And when you do come into your Trikonasana and you reach forward and you come down, I want you to think of having your trunk of your body parallel with your legs. I don't want your shoulder, for example, your left shoulder reaching towards the mat. I want us to stay here, okay? So hands are spread. We're not going to lock our knee. That's me locking my knee. I'm going to keep this leg straight. Even if I have to bend the right knee just a bit, but I'm pressing away through my right foot. And then I'm also pressing away through my left foot. So I'm going to reach forward, come down. Hand comes down onto the shin or onto the ankle. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to look down so we don't strain our neck. And we're just going to reach to those fingertips. If you have a wall, great. You can kind of lean to the wall just a bit. But here, that right hip is like really trying to reach towards the back of your mat. And then let your pelvis do what it needs to do. Let its natural curvature happen. But you're reaching through those left fingertips. And then everything stays relaxed in your foot. Remember what I taught you earlier? Often in our yoga practice, we just want to move through pose, but here I want you really to settle into the pose and really feel what's happening as you're moving through this pose. Right now, in this moment, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Push away through your left heel, meaning your back foot. And here's what I want to do, a little trick that I learned from Judith Lasser. I want you to bring your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Ooh, really open it up there. Reach through those fingertips. And then what I want you to do is come all the way up. Press through your feet, come up. Switch sides. So now you'll shift the right foot in, and then you'll shift the left foot out, pointing the toes towards the top of the mat. And the more you give yourself space, the better. Sometimes I often see students like this, and it's like, don't be afraid to open up those legs and give yourself more space. So bring your hands out. Don't lock that knee. Imagine bringing the kneecap up. Oof, you'll really feel it as if the movement is going up the thigh. And then we're going to really bend into this left hip. So reach, cookie, and then come down. Hand comes on the shin, or hand comes onto the ankle. And then I want you to look down. Don't look up. No matter if you're a seasoned yogi. I know you want to do whatever you want to do, but I want you to listen to my voice as I guide you to this practice, because that's the whole point. Coming to the practice and then letting go of any expectations you have. Reach to those right fingertips. A lot is going on. You're being pulled in all directions here. So even though you're going down, you're still being pulled up. Relax the forehead. And then again, let the pelvis do what it needs to do. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back to really keep the trunk of the body in line with the legs. So if you're doing this, you're going to notice that shift. Whoa. Press through your feet. Don't forget about the back foot. We often forget about the back foot in Utthita Trikonasana. Really reach. Push through your feet. Are you breathing? Notice the beauty of the pose, what's happening here. Take another breath here. Breath out. Take one inhale. And then on your exhale, come up. Nice. Shift the left foot in, facing the long side of your mat. And what I want you to do is, you stay there. I'm just going to move so you can see me. I want you to open your stance up. So you're already in a wide-legged stance. You're going to bring your hands. You're going to bring your hands out. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands onto your hip. All your fingertips facing down towards your glutes. And then notice what the elbows are doing. So if you're like this, you're going to press those elbows back. Good. And you're going to come down. Now, notice when you come down that you're not doing this, that you're really coming down. The legs are pressing here. And then hands come down. Now you could stay here. And notice it, sometimes I always tell students is that it looks like a downward facing dog, but from a different point of view, from a different pose. Draw the kneecaps up. Now you could just stay here flat back and you can relax the head. This could be your pose today. Or you can even walk the hands in between that space or as far as you can go. Again, you always want to give your practice 70 to 80%, never 100. And then relax the head. And then notice what's happening here in the forehead. So if we're shrugging or not shrugging, creating those forehead lines. Remember what I taught you earlier, just relaxing it, freezing it, moving with the eyes. Your eyes can be closed here. And take your breaths as you're here. Really feel what's going on in the back of the legs. The back of the legs are being opened. And then you just relax your head and your neck once again. Even think of pushing through those pinky toes to the edge of the feet. We're just thinking about the heels, but really pressing through every crevices in our foot. So through the edge, this part, metatarsals, heels, leaving some space in the arch of the foot. Slowly come up, look up, walk your hands, your wrist underneath your shoulders. Then I want you to walk to the left side as far as you can go. So if you were here and you're just one, that's you. If you're just here, just walk your fingertips forward or walk your hands forward. Feel like a downward facing dog. If you were able to be in front of your foot, perfectly fine as well. You're going to feel that stretch on this left side versus the right, but now we'll feel it. So go back underneath your shoulders and then walk to the right and then walk your hands forward. Press through the pinky toes, edges of your feet. Slowly come back. Walk your hands to you first, and then walk them underneath your shoulders. And then what we'll do is, with all the power in our legs, we're going to bring one hand onto our hip, one at a time. And then come all the way up. Hands extended out. So your hands are going to be extended out, right? And then you're either going to do this, two things. And I know I said it's gentle yoga, but you're either going to bring yourself to the center, looking like this, bending your knees, and then walking your feet together, hands together. Then you come into Tadasana. Or, there's a little trick I learned from my teacher. You come to the center. Yogi's choice. Okay, so once we're here at the center, stay here in Tadasana. I don't want the feet together. I want the feet apart. And want your hands just relax right beside you. Relax your shoulders, slight bend in the knee, chin parallel to the floor. And if you have that wall, you can come up to the wall, really pressing those heels up against the wall. You might even press the glutes. And imagine the energy shifting down and back. So it's going up to the crown of the head and it's shifting back down towards the mat. Spread those fingertips. Palms of the hands are facing in, but hands aren't like right on your thighs. They're just kind of floating here in space, but they're active. Gently open the eyes. Since you're here back at the top of the mat, you're going to bring your hands over your head. You're going to forward fold. Bend your knees. And as you bend your knees, bring your hands down onto the mat, meeting the mat. Step one foot back, step the other, come down onto your knees. So you're coming into a tabletop. Now in this tabletop, we are going to do a couple of cat-cows. We're doing a very reverse today. So we're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So you'll drop the belly, lift the gaze, press through your shoulders. Press through your shoulders, press through your hands. And then on your next exhale, or you can just do the movement, look towards your belly button, draw that belly button up towards the spine, relax the head and the neck. Press away through the hands. We'll do two more. Very intentional cat-cows. So drop the belly. The movement is slow. Gazing up. As you gaze up, it's not gazing up towards the sky. It's just gazing right in front of you. And then looking towards your belly button. Cookie. The belly button comes up towards the spine like a scared cat. You're very scared. And then again, drop that belly. Last one. Now, when you come into that cat, you're going to press into a child's pose. Relax the forehead over the mat if it reaches. But if you're up here, sorry, little girl. If you're up here, hips over the knees, you'll still feel the same benefit. I always give that option of if it feels like it's suffocating to be here in child's pose. Now, what I don't want to see you do is this. No, that hyperflexibility is not going to be good as you age. So just knees a little wider than your hips, not as wide as the mat. And then just reach those fingertips forward and draw those shoulders down. Really feeling the back lengthening, stretching, getting stronger even here in your child's pose. And then you're going to look up, come back into that tabletop. And then from here, we're going to cross our feet. And then we're going to come into a seated position. Bring your feet right in front of you. And as we bring our feet right in front of us, before you come into Shavasana, actually, let's stay here in seated pose. I want to do, lastly, again, some face yoga. And take a sip of water if you have water near you. I have my cucumber juice, so I didn't have celery this morning, so cucumber was it. And I want us to do this. So we did this part. This is, I guess it's like the mini facelift. I teach the face yoga method, so I'm like trying to remember the pose. But we're going to do only the cheek part, right? So what I want you to do is bring your hands right in front of you. I want you to bring the palms together, not the palms together, bring the wrists together. And then I want you to, when babies take those cute pictures where they're like this, that's exactly what we're going to do. But I want you to think we have these two muscles here. I want you to think those two muscles being lifted up. Now, I'm going to rest my chin slightly on the palms of my hands. I'm going to smile. Rest the hands here. Now, when I do, or rest the hand onto my cheeks, I'm not doing this. Maybe I should get closer. I forget cameras over here. I'm not doing this. I'm doing more Just laying those fingertips over the face. See? Very different. And then I'm just gonna, I saw that smile. And imagine it being lifted 45 degrees back, which you are gonna do. But just imagine it being pulled more, even with the 45 lift. Relax those shoulders. Another deep breath here. And then bring the hands down. Keep the smile. Imagine those cheeks still being lifted back. Back and up. Back and then up. Come back into the pose. So create like this lotus. Just like that lotus that we have there. And then smile. Place the hands. Lift. 45 degrees back. You can close the eyes or have the eyes open. Relax the shoulders. Take one last breath here. So slowly do the fingertips. So slowly lift the fingertips, fingers, palms, hands come away. Keep that smile. Feel that mini facelift or that half facelift. Do it one more time. The last round. Smile. Fingertips are here. And then 45 degrees, lift it back. It's a slight movement. It's not this. It's just a little movement there. Keep that smile. Keep that smile. Think of something that makes you so happy. What makes you so happy or joyous or peaceful? The breath is important to create more circulation to the face, even as we do in traditional yoga. Take a deep breath in. Slowly move away. Take your time as you move the hands away. So fingertips, fingers, palms. Keep that smile. Close the eyes. Open the eyes. Notice how much lifted your cheeks feel. And we did a little bit of focusing forehead, eye, and here. So when we do our practice and our yoga practice, we're often moving down a lot. Let's do a very, oh, we have time. Yeah. I'm like, what time is it? Let's do a very mini Shavasana. Often the most difficult pose of all. And I actually, I didn't put it in the description, but I'll put in the description, whoever is seeing this re-recorded or recorded, is either a pillow, a pillow, this is my son's pillow, or, well, it's not really a pillow, it's just a fluffy little guy. It's either a pillow, or if you have a bolster, we're going to use a bolster. So it could work two ways, even with a big pillow, or I would say let's do two pillows. So you're either going to grab two pillows or grab one pillow, or no, grab one bolster. I guess I'll show you what it looks like with the pillow. You're just going to lean back on it. And if you do, so this one's kind of big. It would just be my thoracic, from like my thoracic up to my cervical, back of the head. Knees can stay here or legs can be extended and out. This is how it looks like this. Or with the bolster, which I love, one of my One of my favorite props is you want to give yourself a good hand here because it is a bolster, right? So bring your hands right beside you. Feet are flat. You're going to really lengthen through your spine. You're not doing this. You're just lengthening. And then you're going to slowly come down. This will really open you up. And then you're going to lengthen the legs out and you'll stay here. Now, you may even, so if you have that second pillow, so let's say it's a really big pillow, you could have it right underneath your, right underneath, so right underneath the trunk of your body, and then the next one can be right underneath your knees if it feels like it's too much. We're not doing any block or anything like that just because we're just working with what we have. So I'm going to pretend I have two pillows, one underneath my knees, and then the other one, hopefully they're big pillows. Let me give myself one hand space. And then you're just going to stay here, not for very long, but we're going to do a body scan to get there. And you're going to not think of anything, hopefully. But if you do think of something, I don't want there to be any judgment. Our mind does that. And we come to our practice to be connected mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul. Now, you need to close your eyes, relax your feet, take a deep breath in. Your breath is your anchor to the present moment. So if any thoughts come up, you'll watch it like a cloud, and then you'll anchor yourself back to your breath, back to being in the moment. Relax your feet once again. Notice that shift of energy moving up the knees, and then all the way to your hips, and then all the way from your hips, trunk of the body, shoulders, running down the arms, shooting out through the fingertips, shooting out through the fingernails. Pass your saliva once. Press your tongue to the rooftop of the mouth, really laying it flat. And then relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw slightly. But keep the tongue pressed on the rooftop of the mouth. Relax your eyes, your forehead. You can even roll your eyes here as we were doing earlier. And that pose really helps if you wake up with like tired eyes or bloodshot eyes or just those under eye bags. It's a great pose. And then we'll relax the crown of the head, resting onto our support. Really feeling supported here. So we're feeling supported through not only through our mat, but through our bolster or pillow. Stay with your breath. Notice your breath. Fill in the space on the back of your lungs. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, but stay in this stillness. And then I want you to remove whatever's underneath your knees first. Bend your knees, bring your feet flat onto the mat. Keep your eyes closed. And I want you to roll on over onto your side. Bring your hand underneath your head as a pillow. It's still being supported either by your pillow or your bolster. You'll press your free hand onto the mat or onto the floor. Press away through that hand, followed by your other one. Be mindful of your head and your neck as you come up. Come into just a seated posture. Relax your shoulders. And however you did your crossing, undo it. So if it was right over left, undo it. And then just relax your shoulders. On your next inhale, sweep your hands right beside you, bringing them up over your head. And we'll do this. I've been really liking this, doing this. So just kind of like coming into a T. Just a little bit of awakening. Saying yes to the universe, saying yes to what God has in store for us for today. Every day is a blessing. Every day. Just being here. Do it one more time. Woo, come up. Bring your hands down. Tap at your forehead. Or no, tap at the top of your head. With one hand, you can do it with one hand. And you can think of a mantra. Whatever mantra you want to tell yourself. Tap in between the eyebrows. And then now, yes, bring your other hand. Tap over the eyebrows at the corner of your eyebrows. Tap at the temple. Tap on the middle of the cheekbone here, underneath the eyelid, or underneath the underbags. Eyebags. Tap here, the corner of your nose. Tap over your lip. Chin. Collarbones. You do both here. And then we'll just do our side. Hands down, sweep them over your head. Hands come together, heart center. Bring a little smile to your face. If your eyes aren't closed, close your eyes. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your practice. I hope you have a blessed day. We're here every Monday, 8 o'clock Central Time. And it's always yoga and a little bit of face yoga included. Maybe sometime I'll bring my bowls out to play. Bye. Ooh, announcement, actually. Announcement. Our Mindful Vessel School is open. Doors are open now. They're open now. And you can look it up on my website. It's faceyoga.rafaela.com, where it's a community. We will be going through face yoga classes, more in private, more dedicated to different topics and some body yoga. Just taking care of your whole vessel and nutrition as well. So we'll see y'all soon.